Welcome back to Put Me On Something podcast. Today, I'm your host, Eric Grizzly. And left to me, I have...
It's your son.
And of course, over here, you got the boy Droskis.
You know, we're doing something a little different today, you know?
We're getting some, what's called in-hand training.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it
15 minutes of fame, what they call it.
I don't know.
JT and shit.
JT getting some, what's it called?
On the job training.
On the job training. On field.
On the field training and
We're
stuff.
going to switch it up because usually I'm the one that asks questions and listen to you guys. So this time we're going to switch it around and have maybe Eric or, of course, Eurosign do more of the talking, more of the questions and like bringing up topics and stuff like that. That way when other stuff comes around, like if one of us is and we can just do the podcast, we can take
like
it
I
over.
said, anybody's watching, we're trying something different, so don't bear with us. You know, it's we're learning as we go with you guys too and stuff like that. So that's what it is.
Yeah, like, what is this? I don't like change.
What? But anyways, how you guys' week going?
It's going good. It's like when you get a new manager and they fuck everything up and they change everything.
Yeah. Or you're stuck with that one manager you don't like,
and then you're not used to them changing different things because you're so used to like the same schedule and stuff like that.
Yeah, or you're not their favorite, so you're stuck doing some bullshit.
Have you guys had that?
Like when you've been my job, hell yeah.
When you had a job, like you've been there, like you're used to how it is, and then they completely switch it up with a new manager or a new person in charge.
Yeah.
And they completely switch everything, and then you're like, fuck, now everything's all fucked up, and you got to get used to all that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there, stuff like that.
You've been there?
Well, yeah.
Or corporates come in with some bullshit they got to implement. They're just going to change anyway.
You got to wear clothes now.
Yeah. I mean, I've always had other jobs, like labor work, but like 90% of the time I've always worked with my dad.
Wait, have you ever worked like retail or fast food or anything like that?
No, I've done like painting, I've done remodeling, I've done moving furniture, like putting them into like mover trucks.
Yeah. Shit, you've done more like dead ass like all hands on jobs.
I've never worked inside a office, never done like cubicle. It's always been labor.
Like
work.
you never worked in like a warehouse job, fast food.
No, hell no.
Fucking retail, the mall.
If I'm not sweating, I'm not there.
Oh, okay.
Like for real, I don't know. I think it's just because of me growing up and like doing labor my whole life.
Yeah.
I try to apply for like a busboy at Vito's. It's a restaurant down here, and I did it like for a couple of days, like a day, a day
what
or
the
so.
hell? I didn't even know that.
I didn't like it. My dad gave him a good word, like, hey, this is my son, and because we do their yard, like their properties and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I interviewed. I got the job for like a day, and I didn't like it. I was like, I can't. Like, I'm more about being outside and just like
being an entrepreneur.
Sure, like
I
inside
guess,
the
I
AC,
guess.
fuck this.
Yeah,
I know, crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck the AC.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a different breed, bro. Like, for real, different breed. Me, I'll just be like, nah, fuck them. I'm be inside with the AC.
No, I can't be inside, man. I go crazy. I gotta be
I
like,
feel you.
outside working it.
What has driven me crazy from jobs is when you got to do I can't handle the goofy little uniforms and shit. But it kills me a little bit inside when you got to tuck your shirt in. But whatever, professionalism and shit. But what really kills me is like the tucking in your shirt and then the, hey, how's it going? Wonder if we... I know, right? We're having a great time.
You gotta like put a fake
Dude,
face on.
Yes, dude. I die inside when I have to talk like that. Or when I like professionalism or like, like just some corporate talk where it's like water cooler talk. Bro, like I die inside. And then I'm wearing this goofy ass little like uniform and shit. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I get it. And I'm not disrespecting any kind of job. But I'm just saying, I feel my soul dying inside when I have to like put those little, what's it called, line through your teeth.
Yeah,
it's
true though.
Like little white lines.
Yeah, or just like that smile of like, of course.
You gotta fake the whole like customer servicing, huh?
Yeah, we'll take good care of you over here.
But do you feel like you fake it throughout the whole shift, or is it just like
No, it's just the whole shift. As soon as I get out, fucking untucking my shirt and fucking
because like I
putting
said,
on some SPM in the car.
Hey Tino, you took care of me.
He's all chilling in the car smoking a cigarette.
Hey, you're the guy that took care of me. Thank you. Get the fuck out of here.
You're like, fuck off.
I'm on my break.
My hair's not combed and shit. But
yeah, because like I said, like I kind of put I put up a front too when I talk to like clients and all that.
Oh yeah.
But it's only for like a couple of minutes or an hour. Like it's nothing like big, But throughout the day, I'm just myself.
It's a form of professionalism.
Yeah, so I mean, we fuck around with the worker. We fuck around and get shit done. But when it comes to like talking to a client, I gotta act professional. But it's only for like a certain period of time,
Yeah, hell yeah.
So it's like you guys, if you guys are saying you're a hostess or something like that, you gotta have a
customer service.
What's the word like?
Hey, how's it going? My name is Tino.
Put up a front. Yeah, put up a front. Yeah.
But you can. Have you ever had a hostess at a restaurant where you just know they're faking the fuck out of it?
Yeah.
They're like, My pleasure, but pissed off as fuck.
Yeah, and I've had two where they're just bitches. Like fuck, like they're just like fuck this job. I'm here just gotta get paid.
Who was that First Watch? The one over here by BlackRock and Whataburger. What's it called? First Watch or some shit?
Yeah.
Me and my girl went
on Single View.
Yeah, it was some younger dude. Like, I don't blame you, bro. I've been in the same exact shoes, but his demeanor was so fucking whack. Like, he was just like, my pleasure. Here you go, bro. He looked pissed off. Like, pissed off.
Question on
bro.
that: do you think people stay at that job because they have to? Or do you think because they have no other options?
Both.
Or they get too comfortable.
I mean, I think it's both. I mean, because I've been there before. I ain't gonna lie. I've been stuck at jobs where it's like, fuck, I gotta ponte las pilas to find something else and shit. You know what I mean? Or I say I'm gonna find something else, but I don't.
Because I've heard people too, like, oh, you keep switching jobs, you can switch. I'm like, yeah, but do you, like in my head, I'm like, do they really want to stay somewhere they're not happy or like don't really progress in it? Like, it's always good to try different things, even though you're failing from it, you're not learning from it, you're not making enough money. It's always good to keep doing like different options until you find your profession or what you like.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think I applaud about this generation, the younger generation too, is just they're not really tolerating that bullshit and shit, and just like finding something where they can learn and grow and like thrive in or fuck with and shit. I mean, we all I feel like we all accept the fact, fuck it, we gotta work. We don't really want to, but we got to.
I don't know. I feel like this generation is more lazier now.
Yeah,
and they're trying to find the easy way out, like
that
social
too.
media and stuff like that. But you don't really see a 20-year-old working. I mean, there is people out there, don't get me wrong, that are actually trying to get a career and all that, but I feel like the majority of people nowadays don't want to have a career. Don't want to start a career.
because I don't feel like they see the hope in it anymore, bro. What the fuck is a degree now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like okay, I tilt my hat out to anyone that's going to college doing whatever the fuck they want, and I especially give my extra like support to someone. Like, I applaud you, and I'm envious of you. Those people are going to like for a lawyer and doctor, but like when I tried college, I fuck with it, and I could physically do it. I made halfway through, but like it just wasn't in me. I don't have that like attention span and
that
determination.
Dog in him
Yeah, for college, fuck that. I just like I didn't finish. Maybe I'll go back. I can always go back, but there's no hope in it anymore.
And that's what I was saying. Like, for what I'm going for is like, I don't need to go to fucking college. Like, I don't need the fucking extra courses, whatever, to be in debt just to get where I'm at without college.
Yeah, and it's like, if I'm gonna be 40K, 100K in debt, why not just go 40K in debt to start this business?
Exactly.
I'm gonna fail anyways.
And like now, like I was saying, like trying to get my license, I have to just take courses instead of actually going to college and take bullshit courses just to get to the course that I need to get to. It's like, it's stupid as fuck.
Yeah, and then it's like, college is dope. I love the experience. If you're young, right at high school,
if you want to go to college and be,
I say do it.
career,
I say find it
for
out. Maybe ain't nothing wrong with getting your feet wet. Maybe we just community college first and shit, or depending where you're at and shit. But my biggest thing is, it's a beautiful experience. It's dope. If it's for you, it's for you. And then, like, you know, it's like a new experience and shit. Like, you know, from middle school to high school is a whole different game changer. It's the same concept. It's dope, man. It's I still applaud it. The mix of cultures and everything is beautiful. But you got to find for yourself whether if it's for you or not. And then changing your, what's it called, electives? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And my biggest thing, my last little commentary is the professor makes the biggest difference, bro.
Yeah, it does.
Biggest fucking difference.
When I was in college, I suck at math, so I had to take.
So you did go to college?
Yeah, what the hell? For a good while.
Remember, you told us we would go out and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go to class."
So I had.
But that was like kind of community college, right?
Yeah, community college. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Huh?
Nothing wrong with it.
No, I'm just saying because
I ain't going to no fancy university.
no, that's what I'm
no
saying. Like, people
fucking
do all that shit, and I feel like you still could get the same education at a community college.
Yeah, you
and stuff
do.
like
You for
that.
cheaper.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And I also feel like it kind of really depends where you're at.
Yeah, true. But so I was taking that, and then the class that I always sucked was math, because I just suck at math. And so I had to take math 120 3 times until I finally passed it. Damn. And then the first time I took it was like the trial and error, where I was like, I just did it, and I failed. All right, cool. I'm gonna do it again because I need to take it to move forward. So I took it again. I got stuck with this Indian dude, like Middle Eastern, like over there type of guy.
Yeah.
Could barely understand what he was saying, and then on top of me not understanding shit, the way he sounded, he had like an accent, you know, so it was hard.
The
for
way
me
he communicated wasn't something like you registered.
Yeah, and then the third time I took it, not to be stereotypical, but it was some Asian guy.
Yeah,
and he was actually pretty cool. It was fun. The way he taught it was so different. It was fun, and I was like entertaining, engaging, and I was like, oh, I'm actually learning. I barely passed like a C, but I passed. You know,
it was like your vibe.
Yeah, and I passed it, and then I was like, damn! Like every time I took it, the 3 professors were different, and then they taught completely different. They don't. They have their own way of teaching you, so it's completely true. Like what you said, like the professor matters.
Biggest difference, and it wasn't to like Because I've been in the same exact situation with my thing is I'm horrible at English and reading and shit. I mean, I can read, but like writing papers and shit, I sucked at it, horrible and shit. Anyways, like I'm saying, like going off what you're saying, it's not that you were like, oh, I don't understand you, I don't get it. No, it's just like it's a different communication. We're on different wavelengths and shit. We're not on the same page here and shit. And on top of something where it's like I need to understand the information that you're giving me and teaching me, it's like. You're not on the same page, you know what I mean? So I've been there before because I had the same situation with my thing is I've always been pretty good at math, but I've always sucked at like writing and reading. I mean, like I said, I can fucking read, but like writing, what's it, ELS, ASL papers, MLA format, all that bullshit, bro. Sign your sources, bro. I barely know how to fucking do that shit, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. I didn't fully grasp how to use commas till I was like a senior.
I didn't know.
Unless it's a shopping list, like. When you're phrasing a sentence of like commentary or question and then comma, like I didn't learn how to do it later. Obviously, like shopping list, like you know, you fucking commas. My saying is like, bro, it took me a while to learn how to do that shit.
I learned all that actually, I took like writing in English and it was pretty easy to me. Like it wasn't as hard, but I could do it. And then like grammar and punctuation, like you know, I want to put a comma on shit. I didn't learn until after like college and everything. Yeah, no, I mean not college, after high school.
Yeah, I wish school taught me a lot more about life.
Yeah.
Than just bullshit stuff that I learned.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I love history, like, and I learned a lot about history, but what does that have to fucking do with my future? Like, I wish they showed how to do like invoices, billing, how to pay a mortgage or how to buy a house or like pay taxes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know none of that shit until once I graduated. I had to learn as I went with it
on your own.
And I wish school would teach you like the value of life, like what do you need to like. To
like
continue
prepare to get ready, prepare to
be adulthood,
be adult, yeah.
And high schools always say, oh, they have home ec and they have financing, bro, but it'd be the most filtered bullshit.
I've heard they took that out too, though. Like,
yeah. And then even home ec is cooking, bro. But they're like, bro, I don't want to learn how to make a souffle. Teach me how to make something for the food,
basic
for the week
shit,
and shit.
You know,
yeah.
like
some scrambled eggs.
Yeah, eggs.
I took home ec, and they were like teaching me what the fuck a membrane is of the egg. I was like, what the fuck? I don't need to know this shit with scrambled the goddamn egg.
I want to know how to make a waffle with some eggs and some sausages. You know,
I got kids. Bacon. I need to feed them. I don't want to make a gourmet souffle right now.
Because it is true. Like everything I've learned from like being an adult, it's like from trial
real
and
life and
shit,
bro.
Real
like being thrown in the water. Like you ever get taught like learning how to swim and they throw you in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Hispanics do that a lot.
Like when I was young, when I first rented out my first house. I didn't know how to fucking pay for your trash can. I had to pay for water, like SRP and all that, to connect everything, to make an account and make sure everything up to date, like to activate it.
See, yeah, that was a shock to me too when I heard it from people.
Mm-hmm. Like when I moved in, they took away my garbage cans.
Really? So you had to like hit them up to get a can?
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to call like waste management or I don't know what it was at that time, and I had to call them like, hey, you guys. He's like, yeah, well, you guys didn't pay for your monthly fee. I'm like, I gotta pay fucking monthly fee for my trash cans too.
They're like, yeah, I got it. You want it? Some couple bucks.
It's like we're holding the hostage until you pay.
Yeah, your like trash can.
Yeah, and then so I had to pay for that. And when I moved into the house, I had to make an account to open up the water line to so I could get water to the house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wish I would have learned that in high school or like in school, because I would have been prepared. Instead, I had fucking just thrown in there and learned as I went. I fucking felt like an idiot.
Yeah, I remember one of my math professors and shit was telling us at the beginning of like the first day and shit, you know how you just fucking it's a lecture and shit. He was just basically telling us realistically all the math you're gonna use in a daily life sense and shit, like on a daily basis, is gonna be about the math you learn from 4th to 6th grade.
Yeah.
Everything else after that is curated for what your quote unquote job or career is.
Like we use a lot of like square footage, yards, tons, and like I use that for the business, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I learned that in school. But that's something that I put into my business to get, level it up. But when I first started, it was nothing but just like 4 times 4, 5 times 5, or what's this, stuff like that.
Yeah, whatever shit.
It wasn't nothing where I had to like.
But yeah, then in that same sense, where like the level of the same concept of like doing math and all that bullshit, like how you say for like your example, your
like
job
geometry and all that shit. I don't fucking.
Yeah, you won't use geometry and shit, but you're using like anywhere from like 6th to 7th grade of math.
The moment that they started introducing letters and phrases into the math, that's when
what is that called? I don't even know. See, I don't even know the fucking name of it.
Like fucking what else? You know how they do?
Is it a squared plus b squared equals c squared?
And then I realized too, like they do like sum by, like like and that means like like whatever it means,
Time to divide and shit like that.
divider or subtract. You know, they use words. I'm like, God damn,
Yeah.
it's just math, like bro. Like,
Or like 4
try.
by 4. It's 4 times 4. Or like, what is it? The 4.
Oh,
over
when they
2
started
over
changing the
3.
symbols and shit.
yeah.
They were like that little dot, or they put them next to each other, and that means multiply or subtract. Fuck, I don't even remember, bro.
Yeah, but do you think that people are waking nowadays? People are waking up to like the whole school shit. Like it's
Yeah.
really
Because
not a scam, but like people realize like why are we learning this if it's not gonna like really like prepare us for like life? I know the basic like math, reading, English is
Yeah.
we need it, but like
this is just my opinion. I mean, don't hate on me, but I feel like a school nowadays, the school system is nothing but a fucking joke. I feel like they're just you could say brainwashing the kids, but they're not getting education as they should. They're not learning things that are valuable. Valuable for
Valuable life lessons
yeah,
and shit.
Yeah, valuable life lessons.
should never quit school.
Exactly. Maybe I should go back to school.
Beat the comments to him.
Yeah.
No,
But I'm saying
I
like
feel
that's
you.
the whole
I
point.
feel
Like
you.
I feel like we're not learning shit that we need to learn
Yeah,
for our life.
It's like applicable in a daily life
Mm.
sense, or like when I'm fucking out of here and shit. Yeah, no, I feel you. And then what's the one sense an argument where it's like I understand history wise, like okay, math and English, it's I kind of get it. You're going to go to college and keep leveling up, según, if you're going
Yeah.
to go that route, whatever. And then also in one sense too, I feel like a little bit of it is to just keep you fucking busy. And then, but my thing is with that sense, what you're saying is like it's just like what'd you say? It's like a bullshit. It's a mockery now. Is the whole history like,
Yeah,
bro?
'cause-
We don't like the true history of our country has been changed,
Yeah, because
fucking corrupted, and it's fucked up.
like I'll tell you the truth. From school, 80% of shit that I've learned, I don't even fucking use it in the real world. I really
Yeah.
don't. Like what is it like? Communication. Yeah, I learned that from when I was born. Maybe mathematics, like the basic shit that we learn. Yeah, I do all
Yeah,
that.
that is necessary.
English.
and shit. You know.
I know how to speak. I mean, yeah, maybe I should take more classes to learn how to speak more. But I'm
Mhm.
saying like everything I learned from high school was just a bunch of shit that was like never captured in my head that I used in real life.
Like in a real daily.
Most of
life
the shit
sense.
that I use now in life or learn from life, it's like shit that I learned just from facing it, not from school. Like I didn't go to do something. Oh yeah, because I learned it from school. I know how to do it. Like no, I never had that.
Who's
that
ever said
experience.
that? Who's ever said that? I learned this in school. I know how to handle this.
Yeah, who has done something in school? Like yeah, unless you go to college and you go for that degree for that career. Yeah, I mean you're gonna learn from it. But from like kindergarten to 12th grade, it's also the big. It's like basically the same bullshit that you learn from like the first couple years that you go to school.
you know what's crazy? Like we go through all those years in like elementary, junior high, and high school, whatever, and then we learn all the history and everything, and then later when you get out of school, or you either if you go to college or whatever, that for example history, that is not all true. Like they hid a bunch of stuff from us, like from like
fucking saying.
how they hid a bunch of stuff from us in like in history class and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, like in one topic, not getting too deep into this topic, but like, in the sense of how this land was colonized, we all know that shit, whatever and shit. You know, Mayflower, whatever that bullshit.
Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, whatever he pulled up, whatever all that bullshit. But like the way they fucking treated the Native Americans and shit, and just fucking slaughtered the fuck out of them, killing multiple tribes and shit. Fucking raping
you
and stealing
see-
their
but you
villages
don't-
and
you
shit.
don't
They don't
learn
talk
that.
about
Yeah,
that.
you don't learn that in school.
You understand it, but you don't understand how in depth and horrible and fucking a traumatic effect it was.
Like you learn about Christopher Columbus found America,
all that bullshit.
but then it doesn't go deep down to how he raped a bunch of people,
yeah,
killed people, give them the diseases. You don't.
yeah, and
learn
then
none of that.
was in the past few years alone, just barely in the few years they really stopped fucking with the Christopher Columbus Day and changed it. What did they change it to?
Mhm.
They changed to another holiday.
I think it still is Christopher
Still
Columbus,
same
right?
thing.
Ish.
But people now don't look at it as a
Oh,
holiday.
people don't claim it as that,
Yeah.
huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's that whole bullshit. Like, okay, for example, like some of the Native Americans in Arizona alone couldn't vote till the 70s.
Damn.
Like, they're from this fucking land. You're gonna tell them they're
Yeah, I
less
didn't know
American
that. I
than
didn't
us?
know that.
Yeah, no, I did. Now, I used to fucking date this one girl that was fucking Native and shit, bro. Her perspective, they were from Fort McDowell, whatever and shit. And they were telling that the
Yeah,
Native
straight
American
Native.
for. Hey yo, shout out all my natives. No, but for real, that some people, the native people of Arizona at least couldn't vote until the 70s, and then the Yavapai people were from upstate, like up from Arizona and shit, and they were forced to walk all the way down from miles and miles and shit from where they were and shit to come down here, like literally fucking forced them to get up and come down here and shit, kind of how they did to You know what it was?
The Trail Tears kind of shit.
No, not that. Some Hitler bullshit. They got a lot of their influences from Hitler and shit. And the way they colonized and treated them and shit, they made to do it just like Hitler. I don't know if you ever seen, remember those movies and shit where they made the Jewish people walk, thousands and hundreds of Jewish people walk to the next campsite just to get killed and shit. Just to fucking walk in fucking horrible ass snow and conditions and shit. They would do that to the Native American people, bro. Like, we don't learn that shit in schools, what I'm saying. Like, what did you just say? The Trail of Tears? Bro,
Yeah.
we don't learn the reality of that shit.
I don't
what
know
it
what the
means,
fuck that
like-
is.
You remember
see?
that?
I've never learned that.
Well, they made like all like all the Native Americans. They made them like walk like miles and miles like towards like a. I don't know where it was, like towards somewhere, and they gathered them all there. And
Yeah, they done that here in Arizona, too.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild, bro. It's fucked up shit. And then a lot of those influences come from fucking Hitler.
Damn, and they had us all celebrating Christopher Columbus Day
Yeah,
and
what the fuck?
Thanksgiving.
Motherfucker was a monster.
Well, I remember back in the
Draw turkey.
day. Yeah, like back in the day, like we celebrated. We took the days off for Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Same with like Martin Luther King. Yeah, I mean he did a lot for work, but they also didn't explain like all the cheating and scandals he had behind.
Yeah, I didn't know
Man,
that.
they just fucking
Yeah.
hating on him and shit. He ain't doing
Could
nothing
be.
wrong.
Well, the whole thing too, like Cesar Chavez. Like,
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
that
like
he was an
racist
absolute fucking hater and
towards like
shit.
his own like kind.
Yeah,
Isn't there a Cesar Chavez High School and shit?
Something like
yeah,
that.
here in Phoenix. or something.
Yeah, he's from Yuma, isn't he?
Yeah, he's from Yuma somewhere.
Yeah, all I know is that the
Easy.
bird that the Norteños use this shit. That's all I know and shit.
No, but
And-
like we didn't know like because we
yeah,
do,
we
like,
don't teach about we don't learn about that shit.
Because and I think like a fourth, fifth grade, they taught us. We had to like learn about him, like what he did.
Really,
and
I
everything.
I never learned about
I
it.
did, and then
I learned a
I think it's
little bit.
our teacher. She was like she was Mexican, so
Oh,
she,
Miss Chavez.
yeah, she was cool. So,
She was real one. She had a little soccer ball tattoo.
yeah, but she had us like do research on him, and then like years later, like after like an adulthood, you find out that he was like racist.
A real hater.
Towards, like, because he was from here, so he was racist towards like the like Mexican people coming from Mexico.
Was he really?
Yeah, there's video.
Oh, is he a first generation Chicano or he's
Something like that, or first or second, I don't know what he
He was
is,
a
but-
hater. He
He
was
was a
really a
hater.
hater all along.
He was a self-hating.
I wish-
Man, they be your own fucking people.
That's what I'm saying. I
Reals.
wish school like would teach me the real raw thing about
Yeah,
like, the country.
raw.
Like,
Even if it's
raw.
fucked up.
And school can't be wrong like that, huh? Can you imagine if it was? Especially
If
now.
people get too
raw nowadays.
offended, people like parents like, why are you teaching like, and that's the fact that I
True.
think there's a problem that people are get too offended now, and like anything you teach them, they're like, oh, you're brainwashing our kids or white time this shit that's not true. But at the end of the day, it's like you rather hear the raw facts than be fucking sugarcoating a little thing, because then you go through life thinking, oh, that happened even though it didn't happen, or like,
Rainbows and unicorns and
yes.
shit.
It's like I want the raw facts of shit because I want to learn like the actual history
Damn.
about how bad America was built on. Because
Yeah.
America was built off lies, blood, and like
Bullshit and tears.
Bullshit
And
was.
like just about fucking almost every other country was, bro.
Mhm.
Like the reason, look, we're speaking English right now, and then you were just speaking to my mother in Spanish, bro. Technically, those are colonizer languages from our perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like English, según came from England. Spanish came from Spain. Like our ancestors didn't speak that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like let's get like
Like our language,
disown what we have, but I'm saying like it didn't happen over spilled blood had to be spilled to be what it is now today.
No,
Whether
I just-
I'm not saying I agree with it, but that's what happened.
Yeah.
like the original language here. It's probably like a native language. Like, you
Yeah.
know, whatever.
But I just learned that like I don't know how true it is, but like we got to fact check our shit because I remember we said about your,
let's can you make a little commentary on that?
Anyway.
Speak on that. You wanna speak on
anyways. So was it like the word how like when our parents like they yell at you to come here or get something, you're like mande.
that?
yeah.
That was supposed to the colonizer like Spaniards or something when they were colonizing like Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
That they used that. They told the people like no the native indigenous people to like that's how you respond to us like when we ask you to do something.
Monday.
Whoa.
Monday.
You know what? It kind of makes some sense because at my work, there's a mixture of a whole lot of Latinos. The Cubans thought it was so strange when we would say Monday.
Yeah.
And I would naturally respond Monday and shit to like older folks and shit. And then they would say like Monday is like, why would you respond that Mandame? Like, tell me what the order is.
Yeah, because it's not.
Tell me what to
do, boss.
I think it was short for like comande, like command me,
Wow.
something like that. So like command me,
I did not know. And you know what's funny thing is that your kid Emma says that a lot.
Oh yeah, Monday.
Most of them do. My cousin, all they do.
I'm a drill sergeant.
And my girlfriend's all like,
fluorescent
I love
skin.
when she says Monday. It's like it's so
Yeah.
respectful.
Yeah.
But now you saying all of that, I'm like,
Let's look it up and we'll talk about more about it later in the
We'll
next
fact-
podcast.
we'll fact check it on next podcast.
We'll make sure everything's good for you guys. But wow, that's like not
Mind
even okay.
blown.
Yeah, not just this subject alone. It's like the wow, like the change in cultural influences of things. Like the word chamba. Like you were just saying chamba and shit. You guys know the history of the word chamba, right?
No.
And shit. Okay,
Put me
so-
on something.
Put me
So-
on, play. Put me on.
So for
Put me on,
what-
put me on.
A lot of historians and people gather information and speculate that the word chamba
Uh-huh.
comes from the word. So a lot of people, when they were coming from Mexico, Spain, whatever, yada yada, or a lot of Spanish countries down south, majority Mexico, they would come here somewhere from like the 20s to 50s or some shit. And then a lot of people would get day-to-day work, but they had to go what was called the Chamber of Services to check in, like, hey, yo, you got some work for me, yada yada, give me this tab, give information, I'm pull up, do my job. Yada yada. So it's on a daily basis and shit. So basically, you wake up at a certain time, 6 or 8 or whatever, go pull up to the Chamber of Services, and then see if they got work for you. You know, this is back before Google, back before anything like that. So at that point, it was like a Chamber of Services.
Oh,
And
so go
eventually-
to the chamba
Yeah,
to go find out if that
and,
work.
yeah, exactly. So you take
Damn.
people that speak a different language and they start shortening it, using it so much repeatedly to the point where they start shortening the word. Chamber of Services. Most people have accents, so they couldn't. The services gets removed.
So chamba
Chamber-
was like easier to say.
chamba, la chamba, and then it just basically it turned into ya me voy a la chamba or voy a chambear, and it's just at this point, modern day and age, it's action, it's job, it's work. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I didn't know that at all.
Latino history.
Yeah. I just got put on something.
There's
right now.
another one. This is like the common one that I've heard, like the word gringo.
Oh, what is
You
that?
guys heard that one, right?
A little bit,
Yeah,
and
like
everyone's
the-
different. I have another one after that.
AKA white boy or white person. Something
Yeah,
Like
like supposedly that it meant like back when like I don't know how far it was, but like when we were at war, like I don't know how far, but
You talking about fucking
what? Huh?
World War II era?
Some I don't know. Way before that, but like supposedly like the like American people that were I don't know how it went, but pretty much when Mexican people says green goes, like when you're green you go. Something
Like
that.
red stop, green go. Type
Yeah,
shit?
green goes. Like the color green, they
Yeah.
go. Something like that, and then it says like after you say it over and over to the white people, like it says gringo, like gringo goes, you know, like for the tell them
Gringo.
Yeah, it was like a command thing. The green goes.
Yeah.
So like they were telling like the Mexican people tell them green goes, you know, and then you would start calling gringo. From there, so I don't know how I fucked it. I don't know how like I don't know
and
the whole thing,
that's
but
one
like
of the many
something
versions
like
or
that.
interpretations of
Gringo.
stories and shit. And I've seen it. That's the beautiful thing, crazy thing about history and language and shit. Because I've heard the same concept with the word okay. The word okay is basically almost universal and shit.
It's like
When
it's like that game you play telephone.
Oh,
yeah,
shit, yeah.
that too. A mixture with that too. Like the word okay, like I thought Segun it was English. From my understanding, it's English. But people in so many different Spanish languages understand it. Even African languages, even
Segun?
like fucking Segun.
I thought someone was like Mexican. Like a
Oh no, I
Spanish
meant
word.
like the word okay. But I'm saying my bad. I'm transitioning from topic to topic when I said Segun and shit. Like what as one would thought. But like the word okay and stuff had like so many interpretations of where it came about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From my understanding, it was like old English slang.
Mhm.
Like take it back to the 1920s and shit. The young dudes and shit would start saying okay and shit. It was like Oakley, Dokley or something. Maybe Ned Flanders type shit,
Flanders.
and it turned into okay. It started from like a misspelling of it to okay to like okay or something like that.
Mm.
And then my coworker, he's from Colombia. He was telling me that it meant
Medellin.
yeah, exactly. He's from Colombia and stuff, but he was saying that, and obviously they use okay a lot, like any other Spanish country. But he was saying that it meant like the zero, like O, and like say O is also like a zero, right? And the letter K. He was saying that back in World War II, it meant one would respond with when they would check in with you, the soldiers at the end of your day or the shift. It'd be like, what are you responding with? They would say 0 kills. So 0 being O and then a K. So it meant okay, like everything's good.
0
Like
kills.
Yeah, like
Oh, that's
no
cool. I didn't
bloodshed
know that.
today.
Yeah.
No bloodshed today.
So everything's okay?
Yeah, everything's
Oh.
okay.
They're like
That's-
check in. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
0 kills today.
Yeah, like
that's
yo,
cool.
Eric, touch base today. How, what's your?
This guy's on a roll today,
Yeah,
man.
history with Tino.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that's the one of the many
Yeah.
like different interpretations of where this.
And then we use it as like okay, like yes, or
like acuerdo, like we're
oh,
good.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me, but I understood it as like, oh, it was young men slang from like the 1920s. Maybe what some would interpret in 50 years of when
Yeah,
we
'cause
say
you-
fucking turned up. And
That's
shit.
crazy. That's cool.
Yeah, because a lot of people use zero as an O.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly. You say 480, 602.
you don't say 480. You say
Nah,
480.
yeah.
Or 602.
602. No one in the valley says that. You know what I'm
They're gonna
saying?
look
I'm
at
from
you
the
all weird.
602.
Yeah, unless you were giving them your number.
They're like, "What is 602? What does that mean?"
Because when I go somewhere, like, let's say, do you have a phone number with us? They're like, oh yeah, 602, whatever, you know.
480.
Yeah.
They gotta pause for a microsecond.
Wait, hold up.
That's crazy. Yeah, that is
No,
true.
that's cool. I didn't know. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. That's what I love about my job and shit. Not only is it like a lot of like a Hispanic culture and shit,
That's just
Yeah.
putting me on a lot of things today.
but it's like a variety of different Latinos, Cubans.
And that's
Puerto
crazy.
Ricans,
It's crazy too
everything.
how like different, like, for example, different countries like Latinos, like, you know, Mexico, Cuba, Puerto Rico, and Salvador, they have like similar words, but they mean a completely different thing.
Bicho.
There you go.
Bicho, dale pa' acá.
Because those are like weird parts of Salvadoreños.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So bicho means like kid. So like,
Little kid,
like, when
okay.
if I see you like bicho ven pa' acá, and then they tell you like, hey kid, come here real quick, you know, whatever.
Hmm.
But in Puerto Rico, because you know like all the reggaeton listen
Yeah.
to, they say mi mama el bicho means his
His
His-
bitch.
A male's genital.
no,
a
his
male's
wiener.
genital.
His
Bicho
wiener.
refers to a male's genital in Puerto Rican slang.
yeah,
Like balls?
no wiener,
Your male's genital, like is
your schlong,
your slong, your thing, your hoo ha.
What is the word?
bicho.
Mom and bicho from the back.
So whenever you hear whenever you hear
Yeah,
Bad
because I
Bunny,
heard
Bad
Bad Bunny
Bunny,
say
like-
bicho. I was like,
Hey, mom and bicho. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
like she's looking at my kid.
like
she's looking
taking
my
care of my kid.
I like that.
That's cool. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Man.
and then I think the technical textbook word for bicho means like little water bugs. You know when you're at the beach and shit and you're like on the sand, it's like
yeah.
little tiny little water bugs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sea
yeah.
yeah, those little
The
things
little,
that you can't fucking catch for shit.
What do they call them? Sand dollars or no?
The little black ones,
Yeah,
right?
these
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. Huh?
Yeah, no, it really is crazy because that's the thing at work and stuff. When I would say like bicho and shit, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
Some little Puerto Rican kid. What the hell?
fuck, bro, you fucking creep. Yeah, no, shit like that. It's just that's why it's also very important to be culturally informed or neutral
Yeah.
and shit. Because you can't say bicho. I was accustomed to saying bicho like the little kids and shit. Like, oh, bicho look like bicho and shit. But then it's like you can't really say that.
Yeah,
that often.
like my girlfriend's. I don't know if this is a Mexico thing, but they say la verga.
Mm.
You know what the verga means, right?
Yeah.
What
like,
is it?
hoo-ha?
Your wiener.
Yeah.
Man's wiener.
And they use it as like damn, like I fucked up or like
Well, yeah.
I spilled something on me. Oh, la verga. Like fuck, I
Yeah.
spilled. And I'm like, you're saying, ah, shit, dick.
Uh-huh.
Like, no, that's not what it means. But since they're Hispanic, they use it as that, like Spaniard and all that.
Oh,
And-
because they're Spaniard, huh?
yeah, for us, we're Mexican. We use that as a wiener. Like that's what it means. So
wiener.
and then they say that even her grandma, her parents all say it. And then when we used to say when we were younger, we used to get in trouble because of a bad word in Mexico culture, like Mexican culture.
Yeah.
And they use it as like, no, like something bad happened.
Ah,
so
dang it.
We're responding to
fuck.
it. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's crazy. It's almost universal. Like how you said in Mexican slang, verga means a man's hoo-ha, right?
Mhm.
And a man hoo-ha does the action of the fucking, right?
Yeah.
So when you say,
damn, this
fuck,
doesn't wrong.
Like, fuck, you're saying, like, you're referring to, like,
fuck.
the foundation of life.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn, this guy.
whoa.
He's on one.
He's
today.
on one. What are you drinking?
the knowledge of you. No, but yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like, bro, you know what? It's like it was really tripped me out about this shit. I wonder, like, this miscommunication, misinterpreted words of, like, in the sense of how you refer to things, acknowledge things, or accents and shit like that. I really wonder, since the beginning of times, how many wars that's caused.
A lot.
Oh, shit.
Most of the
yeah.
words have been caused by like what's the word? Miscommunication.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, imagine, like, have you ever had an incident where you, like, or, like, through text, where you hit your homie up and he's like, yeah, sure. And you're
Oh,
like,
you know-
what the fuck? Oh, I'm just a second fucking option. But he's like,
Because you got to add an
sure.
emoji. You got to add an emoji. Just like,
Yeah. Our modern day
great.
Yeah, like
hieroglyphs.
I'm probably get trouble about put my girl on blast.
uh-huh.
So my mom texts like what a text is supposed to be. 'Kay.
Dry. Yeah.
No, like a whole point or
Message.
the whole reason the whole text was made to get
Send
the
a
point
message.
across
yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
So anytime like we'll text my mom like, hey mom, we're gonna be home late today or whatever. Or, hey mom, we're gonna come over tomorrow. Okay. and my girl be like, is she mad at me or is she mad at us?
I
I'm
would
like,
get mad.
but it's the whole point of a text is to get to the point and that's it.
But
if not,
yeah.
call and have a whole fucking conversation.
But I think that's because how we are, because she's older, she doesn't use emojis or like she's just
And
sending
she
a
doesn't,
message.
and then she'll, and I'm so used to her. Like when she says K or something, I mean that's just her
Yeah, 'cause-
responding to my text.
Because when we're talking between us, like for example, like younger generation,
Mm-hmm.
like we send emojis or we like if you put like an exclamation point or a period, it adds a different like
A period means that you're pissed off. I feel
pissed
like.
off, and an exclamation point like you're excited, like oh okay cool, they're cool. But so if you just said like hey are you coming over today? Yeah. I'm like,
Or
okay,
no, you know what
pissed-
my
you
thing
gay?
was? I had to get accustomed
So
with
do you
like.
want to come or not?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
I had to like kind of like pick up on new adaptations. Like how you said, it can either be a good or a bad thing, or it's almost like the individual talks like that. Is when a lot of girls and shit would text with the first letter like lowercase. You know, automatically in your phone, the first letter that you type is like capitalized.
Yeah.
So I thought it was in the sense of like neutrality, disrespect, or lack of tone. But then like some of them just communicate like that. Some of them manually type like that, and then some of them are actually saying they're not interested. Some of them are actually saying like okay, like that's just it's a cute formatting. Everything in between. You know what I'm saying? I had to pick that
Yeah.
up because when I first saw it, I was like, the fuck, like. The situation isn't serious, but it's like, bro,
You
everyone
got
talks.
hurt.
Everyone talks differently. Yeah, everyone talks differently. Like how you're saying that, like the way you interpreted, like the K.
Yeah, but then also like say you put an emoji and then people be like, oh he's flirting with me or her.
Oh, yeah.
He's acting a little suspicious. You know.
You sent the
what I'm
wrong
saying?
one. No, he's
Yeah, like
flirting with
sometimes
me.
I'll text a client.
It's your dad.
And, like I'll text a client and I'll put like a smiley face, like okay, like you know,
Uh-huh.
I'm happy to get
Yeah,
this
how's
job,
girls
whatever.
to fuck me.
And then in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, oh, like does she think I'm trying to get at them or he thinks I'm trying to get at him? Like no,
Mhm.
it's just like I appreciate your business. Like thank you.
Yeah.
That's crazy because if I got to send an emoji and if I was inquiring a business like such, and they sent me an emoji, I would think it's a no disrespect, but I would think it's a female secretary or some shit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like say you text your mom.
being polite.
Yeah, like say you text your mom hi, with the emoji of a smiley face, right?
Yeah.
And then you text your girlfriend with the hi emoji, the same emoji, but then you text a girl that's a friend and you text her the same thing.
Oh, it's like you're trying to hit her up.
But who
Like,
do you think?
hit her up, hit her
Yeah,
up.
but who do you think is gonna affect more? Like the
Your girl?
girlfriend? Yeah, why?
Whoa.
Because she thinks you're flirting. But like, what is that? Just like how you respond?
Like what
to
if that's
Yeah.
just naturally how you talk?
Yeah, like you
It's
just
like the same thing in person when you like the way like some people are just naturally like for instance you in a sense I'm putting you on the spot like you're
Uh-huh.
naturally very like very social.
yeah. And then
So
my,
I can
my
understand
girlfriend
how
says that
someone
too.
might fucking take that and shit because
Yeah, because my
like,
girlfriend
I-
says that I'm really flirtatious.
nah, I wouldn't say
No, no,
flirtatious.
not
I mean, I can
flirtatious,
see
but-
how people can interpret that, but with someone like Eric, they're very social, they're very present. Like Kenji Benz and shit. He's a very like amable, like talkative, presenting person and shit.
Just
So when they first meet people, they're like, I don't know if he's too cariñoso or just very respectful or just very
it's
bright.
respectful. And like I said, I've grew up with a lot of girls, so I know how girls' minds kind of work. Not 100%, but kind of have like a gist of it. So like, I'll be like, oh, how you doing? Oh yeah, that's a nice haircut or something like that, you know. Someone might take like, oh, he's trying to flirt with her. Just he's a nice. But I'm just being nice to him, you know, because if they want to compliment me too, like I'll take that as like, oh, thank you, like,
Yeah.
you know, it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
And then people look at it as like, oh, he's trying to get at my girl. Or, oh man, he's being being a perv or something like that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and then it's like, fuck, it's like it's so tricky because everyone interprets things differently and shit. It is.
And then same with like my girlfriend knows this already, so like there's no problem with her about it. But she knows that I get along more with girls. 'Cause I could vibe with the girl more better than a person with the man. Because I don't know if it's just how I think, but a man, like when we talk with the boys and all, it's about like testosterone, like, you know,
Hey, for real.
bad bitch, or I fuck this girl. Guns and shit like that, right? And when I talk to exactly, and when I talk to a girl, I kind of know what they're going through, so I'll talk to him more like more
kind of
sensitive.
calmer and more curated.
Yeah, more curated and all that, you know, just like be more on their level. And then people take it as, oh, he's trying to get at my girl. He's being too nice to them.
There's cars and guns.
Yo, there's I saw a video that like on communication and stuff like that. There's
Yeah.
this girl explaining how like, well, it's kind of like speaking on like, you know, they say like there's angels. You know, you think of it like as just a person with
One
wings,
eye with wings.
but like you know, in the Bible says like, oh, they're scary and they have like
Bad.
a million eyes and stuff. Not a million eyes or whatever. You know, like wings.
I've
and
seen
stuff.
this, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? They're called something. I don't know what they're called.
Oh, they're like kind of scary looking.
But she was explaining how
How does
you know how like they wrote it in the Bible, whatever. She was
Yeah.
explaining like since they didn't have certain words for certain things back then. Because for example, like You say the one that has the angel that has like a bunch of eyes. It's like a rings with a bunch of eyes. They're saying like what if it was a UFO or something with a lot of cameras? And since they didn't have a word for cameras because cameras didn't exist back then, that they didn't know the right word to give it. You know.
So they're describing it with like their limited English.
Yeah.
How do they come up with words? That's like when selfie was a thing back in the day. Like you used to take pictures for it.
Yeah.
And then eventually someone took a picture of self. Like, oh, that's a selfie.
It just came about.
Yeah.
No, and then eventually, I don't know if you guys ever saw at that point, it became like a real official word.
Yeah. Like back then, like say you first take pictures. Oh, I'm taking a picture of myself. And then people are like, oh, it's a selfie. And I'm like,
where did the E part come from?
Yeah.
Is it QT? Is it from action? Or is like, where does it come from? Whoa.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, communication is key, baby.
Because think about it too, like a bunch of like ancient civilizations, like they have their own language and their limited vocabulary compared to what we have now. Mm-hmm. So what are the stuff they saw like back in the day? Like for example, like let's say dragons. Mm-hmm. Like let's say like we saw flying something like that. They didn't have enough words to describe it. So looking at it now, like we think we read it differently, you know.
Well, yeah, like going off of dragons, like it wasn't not invented, but apparently discovered in like China and all that, you know, right?
Yeah.
But I was reading this while I was listening to this guy's podcast. He's like, what if they weren't looking at dragons, but they're looking at dinosaurs,
or vice versa? I've heard the argument vice versa.
That's what I'm saying. Or they like like for them. A dragon, which is what they describe them, because that's what the word that they make up. But like in America, we made the word dinosaur. So so when they say dragons, they're talking about dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. And then when they hear dinosaurs, no, those are dragons. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like other cultures have different words that might be the same thing, but it might mean something different in their culture and stuff like that.
And then going off what Joe said, that they're describing things in the sense with their limited things. Like say cameras didn't exist at that time, so how can you describe a camera? George Washington, our first ever president and shit, según like when dinosaurs were discovered and officially on the books and stuff, like he by the time he died, dinosaurs were barely discovered.
Yeah.
Like he never knew his whole lifetime. He didn't know what would you would think a dinosaur was.
Yeah, so you find something like a big bone. That's just a big turkey leg or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like a big giant. Like say back like back then people were saying like, oh, there were giants, big bones and all that. But research have said that over time, with the food we eat, the water we drink, and all, because everything we eat is really bad for it. It has a bunch of chemicals, a bunch of
at least in this country,
preservative stuff. Yeah, in this country is really bad on that shit. Where it's stunning our growth, and like our testosterone and all that. So like 100 years back then, they're eating nothing but natural meat, working out, because they have to go hunt for their food and all that. So natural, they're gonna be bigger and taller, because they're being more active. As in this generation, we're putting a lot of bad things to our body, which is stunning our growth, and we're not doing what we're supposed to do as primals. So we're shorter. Mm-hmm. So what we look at as a 7 foot. For us, is normal, but back then we might have been like average 8 feet, and that's a giant for us.
Damn.
What if they're trying to reverse it, make us bigger, like that? Because think about it, back then in the 70s, like you've seen videos and pictures of it that they were like
tiny.
They were like scrawny people until you could barely see them fat.
Bro,
and if you would see someone fat, you're like, oh look at this fat boy, because he's like the only fat person.
Bro, back then a large
Damn,
XL. I'm sorry, no, but side note, I'm sorry, but I'm saying back then a large XL US was like fucking obese as fuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I'm a large, bro.
Because I wear 2XL, and then to nowadays a 2XL is like my
pretty
size.
Common, yeah.
But if you look up a 2XL back then, it's a little smaller.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Low commentary with vintage tees. They don't fit the same. Especially if you go back from like lower 90s to like 80s and 70s.
It's a way different fit.
Yeah, a large would fit like a fucking modern day like shrunken medium.
Yeah.
Like have you ever seen those videos on TikTok when it takes you back to like graduation, like the high school days? It's like 2001, 1990s, and you look at the people like, bro, those look like fucking adults. They look older than us.
Oh yeah.
And like, why do we look so like now when I drive by high school and all that? Those kids like they're barely coming out of elementary, or like junior high, and then you look at these videos and it's like, damn, that could be like my parent. Like they look like older than my parents and stuff like that. You think it's just because like I said, like just the genetic everything's changing.
Yeah, because for example, for guys, they're saying like we have less testosterone, like the more
which is true, like all the water and the drinks and food that we're putting in our body.
Because if you look at the like people from back in the day, they look a little older. Like you look at the photos, like a 30-year-old will look like they're like almost 40 or
Yeah.
something like that. You know,
Or a senior would look like he's fucking 30.
Like
Yeah.
look at us. We're almost in our almost.
We're in our 30s and shit.
Yeah, close to. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Damn.
But I'm saying like we're up there, right? We're
Yeah.
in our late 20s, early 30s, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like we still look like we're in high school. Like I don't know.
Somewhat.
I don't know if that's just me. Like I feel like we're still looking young compared to like other people.
yeah. If we were to shave our facial hair,
I don't know, but then at the same time, I feel like I look my age, but people tell me I look younger, but I don't think that. I
Yeah.
think I look my
you,
age.
if I were to meet you, I wouldn't think you're like almost like 30.
Mhm.
Like you think you're like 24, 23.
Like
Thank
I
really needed
like I
that.
said, we ended up hiring this new kid, right? Well, I
Uh-huh.
didn't know he was a kid at the moment. I thought he was like 25, 26. So he looked like that,
Yeah.
and he's only 22. And he's like, and I asked him, what do I look like? He's like, oh, you look like about my age too. I was like, you think I look like yours? He's like, yeah. He's like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 29. He's like, you don't look 20. You look like a little kid. And I'm like, bro, I'm almost
To you?
30. Yeah, he was telling me
said,
that.
let me talk to the manager when he
Yeah.
saw you.
Where's the manager at? Let me talk to him.
And I'm right here. He's like,
You're looking
no,
at him.
stop joking. Where's the manager? I'm like, "I'm looking at
Nice
him."
one, kid.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, like I don't feel like we look older than we're supposed to. I
Yeah.
feel like we look younger.
See, but at the same time, too, I can accept that. But then I used to think that like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago. And then when I look back at pictures, like, damn, I was so much younger back then.
Yeah,
yeah.
because like when I talk to him, like, oh yeah, I'm 33, 34. I'm like, that's not that old. You tell me when I was 21 years old, I'm like 34, 30. I'm like, yeah, they're fucking old. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like we're kids still. Like, we're still like,
Yeah.
that we
I still
look
feel
young.
like a kid, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I don't feel like I'm an adult. I don't feel like
That's crazy.
I don't feel like I'm
Maybe it's that what's that called? The little childhood the
Inner-
kid that-
inner
yeah,
child-
Yeah, there
inner-
you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I was telling my parents, like when they were my age, to me they look like fucking adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like now that I'm at their age right now, I'm like I look like a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always telling
Mhm.
my parents like, did you ever feel when you're 21 like you were an adult? I was like, no, Mijo's like I always felt like I was still a teenager.
Damn, for real.
And then to this day they're they're in their 50s almost. And well, my dad's in his 50s, my mom's almost there. And they're like, I still feel like I'm young. I still feel like I'm a teenager. Like I feel
Damn.
like
That's
I'm in my young
crazy.
20s because I feel like I don't have anything figured out in the world. I'm still going as I go. Like I'm still learning, same as you guys.
Yeah.
And then when I was younger, I'm like, oh, my parents they have everything situated. They have everything the way they need to. Like they know what they're doing. And then they're like, no, like when we had you guys, we were fucking lost too. Like we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We don't know what next step to take. I'm like, that's crazy. Like
That's fucking.
when I was younger, I
wild,
always
bro.
thought you guys had everything figured
That's
out.
what I thought too.
That's what I thought too, but then, damn, that's crazy. Really, history really does repeat itself. Because
Mhm.
if you ever talk to, like, okay, for instance, Joe, perfect example.
Mhm.
Your girlfriend has a child and shit. You guys have a child together and shit. But it's like, she's close to your age and stuff, but it's like, okay, for instance, from my perspective, if I talk to, realistically, from my age point, if I talk to another woman and shit, 7 out of 8 chances she's going to have a kid. But I'm at that point where it's like, I can't be like, well, kid, don't even think about it. But it's like, it's valid for one to think that, but it's like at the older you get, the more realistically other people have kids when you're dating
Mhm.
and shit, or you have kids and shit. So it's like, and then how we're talking about how we feel younger and shit. So you engage in a certain way, you feel comfortable with this person, but then it's like, oh, yeah, I'm a entire parent in
Yeah.
charge of 2-3 other people's lives.
Now, do you think people like young age, like I don't know if you guys have cousins younger or like your brother or whatever. My cousin's junior's 19.
Mhm.
He looks at me like, man, you're an adult. Like you're old already, dude. And like I'm like, and then like
You're old.
my
Oh yeah, yeah.
my
yeah,
cousin
yeah,
Yvette,
yeah.
her sister
Yeah.
Suzette. She's like, you guys are so old already. Like you guys are like up there. I'm like, bro, like I'm.
We're like still the same
yeah,
age.
but she looks at, and that's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying. Like it's mind blowing because she looks at us like we looked at our parents,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
our like uncles and tias.
yeah.
grown folks.
Yeah, and
But
then,
they still see themselves as kids.
yeah.
Cause I see you like me, you and Tino, and like, oh, we're still like. I guess still see us like we're like.
Like I feel
out
like we still like
drinking
the
and-
first day we met each other,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
when- back like 10 years ago. I
Oh,
feel
I
like
remember
we're
when
still
I
at
first
that
met
age.
Eric. He was hella steezed out. He had a swisher in his ear and shit. Yeah,
No,
we're,
but
we're some
I get what you
apartment.
mean, cause then you like the little kids
Crazy
tell you like,
days.
oh, you're old. Oh, like damn. Well,
That's-
what do you
that's
mean?
what
I'm
I'm
not.
saying.
I'm only like this age, and then
No, but
not
then
that
again,
old.
only like people like 18 or like early 20s say they were old. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
All I'm gonna say, if it happened to me, it'll happen to you.
Mhm. Like,
It's not happening to you.
it
What are you
is true
crying
because
about?
I've talked to other clients too. They're like in their 60s, 70s. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty old. Like, yeah, you're. And I'm like, I'm 30. And I feel like you're not old. You're young. Like you're still a kid.
Yeah, that hits different when they say it. You know what I'm saying? I thought nothing of it. I thought they were just being sweet when they would always say it. But when you really process what they're saying, it's like they're saying, I was once your age, and you have
Yeah.
the whole world ahead of you,
Yeah.
and you have that opportunity ahead of you and shit.
Now, do you feel if you ever get to like the age of 50, 60, 70, you feel old? Or you still feel like you're gonna feel young?
I probably feel old, depending. I don't
You
know.
think so? No, I'm just
I
saying
can't-
like
Think ahead.
yeah, just 'cause we might be. Well, we're gonna be old, like we're gonna
Yeah.
feel it, but like at that time, do you still feel like to have that same mindset? No, I mean it's gonna change, but it's still like I feel like a kid, so like I'm still learning as I go. Like I thought I knew stuff, but I still don't know things.
Mhm.
As when I was younger, but by the time I get to the age, I'm gonna know a lot more than I should. And you get to the age, I'm like, bro, I was like, I'm still in the same fucking spot.
That's how I feel
like,
right now. Like, damn, but like when I would get to this age, I feel like, damn, I'm know it all, have it.
Yeah.
all,
I thought
everything.
I'd have a crib by now. No, a lot of joking aside, a lot of people our age feel like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I talk to a lot of like old friends and like just cousins and whatever, and my girlfriend's cousins shit like that, and they're all about our age, a little bit younger, and they're like, we don't know what the fuck. Like we still feel young. We feel like we need guidance to go to the next step and all that. And we have some people like in there, like my neighbor. He's 33.
Young.
And he's young, but he feels old. Like, yeah, man. Like I got everything done. Like I feel like he has everything. He has a house, truck company, and all that. But he feels old. But I'm like I'm on the same page as you. I just don't have a house. I have a trailer, but I feel young. I just don't have a house and a kid. But like I still feel like I'm a young. I still feel like I'm a teenager. Like
Yeah.
But he feels like I'm already old, dude. Like
Do you think one day you're gonna wake up like, damn, I'm old?
that's what I'm saying. Like whatever changes the way you feel,
Fuck.
or is it always gonna be like, yeah, I can
'Cause
still.
I still feel young and like mentally and physically, like
Mhm.
because there are some things I'm like, I wake up in the morning, damn, my back hurts or my knee hurts.
Well,
whatever.
yeah, but that's
But-
just. But like mentally, like I always feel like I'm still coming out of high school. Like where I just graduated
Yeah,
like, last
it
year,
doesn't feel that long ago, huh?
Yeah.
it really does.
and
Even
it's,
though it
it's
was
been
long
10
ago.
years. Yeah, it's been over 10 years
Yeah,
that I
exactly.
graduated.
Yeah, when you do the time, I was like, you do the math. I was like, damn.
And then you ever seen those high school reunions where like 10 years from like, oh, I'm still in the same spot. Like,
Yeah.
and then that's how I feel like. And they're like, people are like, oh, I have this business going, or I
Got a
have
Fortune 500.
yeah, or shit like that. Like, oh, I have all these kids and all that.
Mm.
And then I look at myself like 10 years from them to now, I'm like, yeah, a lot has changed. But I feel like mentally, I'm still like a kid. Like I still feel like I'm a teenager. Like I'm still down to go to skate park and hang out, shit like that. But
Yo, for
then I know I
real.
can't do that because
30
like,
hanging with like teenagers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but-
for real. No, I feel you in the same sense. Like, I'm gonna go do some shit, but it's like, it's kind of off.
yeah, like say we go to
the
the club right now. We feel like
Yeah.
we're still like those 21 years old. But if we go hang out at a club,
Yeah.
or like
around-
certain clubs, like say we go to Mill.
yeah,
hell no.
and they're like those fuckers are old, and we're like we're still young.
But
like,
then
What are you talking about, man? Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Well, I'll tell you one
What's
thing.
up, Luca?
One thing has changed, like getting
Talking
older.
about that fucking, what's that, the Wolf Castle?
Damn, you all let me talk?
Fucking Twilight.
Yeah, there you go, Twilight. My bad, I'm sorry.
Sorry, never mind.
Go, Joe.
Anyways.
Go, Joe.
I'm sorry.
One thing that getting older I have changed is more like safety wise. Like
You're more cautious.
more
about,
more conscious of something.
More
for
fearful?
example, like last was it last Friday or Saturday? When we went off roading late at night.
Friday.
They took me off roading late at night.
Yeah.
So we went out off roading and it was in the dark and we could see like barely see anything. Like thinking about it, like right now, like God, I don't want to flip the truck over and kill us or die or something right now. And like that's what I thought about. Me, like let's say me, like 5-10 years ago. Like fuck yeah, look at this shit. Let's go fucking
You're fearless.
jump off these fucking hills, fucking ram the truck, whatever, and everything. Oh, like that. Now that I got older, I'm like, damn, I'm more cautious and more like shit.
Do you think a lot like that? Like, 'cause, I don't know if it's age or what, but the older I'm getting, I think more about death and more cautious about injuries or like do that, like don't do that, do this,
Yeah,
Like I'm more cautious about that. Like anything I do, like I'm gonna hurt myself or like I could wake up and then like something dies or like a pet dies or whatever. I'm like, and I think more about that. I don't know if it's because I'm
Yeah.
getting older and I'm more cautious about that's gonna happen eventually. Because as a young kid, you don't think about all that shit. You just go with the flow. You get hurt, right? Cool. You break a bone, right? Cool. I'll heal from it. Let's move on. Like now, like if I do anything dangerous, I'm like no, because I could break a bone. I could hurt myself. I could break a quad, and it's gonna cost me money. No, I overthink shit now
yeah, that's how I am.
instead
yeah.
of doing it.
Yeah, that's how I am right now.
Damn, we really do become our fucking parents.
We do, because like when you go out, oh, Mijo, be careful.
Yeah.
I don't want you going out so late. It's not safe out there. And you're like, I don't give a fuck. I can kill. I can take the world on.
And now that you're older, I'm
Nothing
like,
can
I don't want to go outside. It's not
Nothing,
safe.
nothing can stop me now that we're older.
I was
Like,
like, I don't want to spend that kind of money.
it's
actually.
8:00. I don't want to go. I don't want to go out to Walmart.
Someone's gonna
or
get
whatever.
stabbed. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Though. I don't know, man. It just, I don't know, because we're getting more experience or more wiser with age, or time or like the shit we go through. But I don't know what it is because the older I'm getting, the more like fearful I'm getting. I guess you want to say more scared
More
of
cautious.
cautious. I guess
Cautious,
of
more
shit that I
cautious.
do.
Yeah.
I'm more like I plan out what I'm gonna do before I do it. And back then I was spontaneous. I just go with the flow. Just whatever happens,
Yeah.
happens. And now like nah, I gotta plan out my day. I gotta make sure we do this or not. And then also I don't know if that's why I get more anxiety because I'm thinking about what to do instead of just. Cause back then I never had anxiety like I do now. But it's like now it's like I overthink about shit. If I do it this way, I do it that way, or no, I'm gonna fuck up this, or like don't go do that because then I'm gonna like lose money, or like go that way, I'm mess with my truck. You know what I'm saying? So it gives me anxiety now like that. And I don't know if it's because I'm more cautious about it or just like more scared of it. If that makes sense.
You're scared more of the consequences, something like that.
Yeah, I guess because back then I didn't give a fuck about shit. I'll just
Yeah.
go as it goes. If consequences happen, it happens. But like now I'm older, it's like I don't know if it's because I have more to lose, and that's why it's a big big fear.
Yeah, I think it's more because you have to lose, huh?
Yeah,
I
that makes sense.
don't know. I don't know if that's what it is.
I don't know. Aging, scared, and seeing how the
Because
world
I had
is.
a lot to lose when I was younger too. You know,
Yeah.
like I could have lost my parents. I could have lost myself. And then
You
they
could
could've
have ended
been
in jail. You took your whole life. and
yeah, I
everything.
lost it. And could have not been where I'm at
maybe
now.
it's the whole brain development shit.
Oh,
as a kid,
the
'cause
frontal lobe shit.
Yeah,
there.
because as a kid, you really don't
Right here.
comprehend consequences and shit. I remember when I was a kid, I really didn't truly, maybe like not in like how most kids would, but me as an individual, I did not comprehend or truly grasp
Like-
consequences.
Like I'll tell you a story. Back in the day, I used to do a lot of BMX and shit like that. You know, so we'll go down to the
You
trails.
did?
and-
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to go to
Fuck,
Reed Park a
fun
lot and
fact.
stuff like that. Yeah, fun fact. Something you learned about me today. And we used to do a lot of BMXing.
Yeah.
And I remember back in the day, I used to go to the skate parks and do like 360s and just random shit, you know. And I would hurt myself. Like sometimes I'll fall and hurt myself really bad, and I'll get back up and just fucking do it again, you know. Like I wasn't scared. A couple years ago, I bought a Polaris, flipped it,
Mhm.
and hurt myself really bad. Same way that I would have done if I was a young kid in that situation, right? And what I would have done back then was get back up and try it again. Now I'm more cautious. Like now if I drive it, like if I go like before I flipped it, I will go up these crazy hills and shit and go down like nothing. Like not even be feared. When I flipped it, after that I'm more cautious about what I do. Like I won't go up that hill because now I know like if I go up there I could fall, flip it, then I could hurt myself.
That's crazy.
But when I was younger, I would like flip, hurt myself, get back up on it, and do it again until I get it done. Like get it down to how I want it to.
Yeah, that's like the whole thing where life really just repeats itself. Or like you know how you kind of gotta let toddlers like beat themselves up a little bit, you know, because they're gonna get back up and
To
do
get
it.
tough and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then like he's gonna fall off the couch and shit, and then you're like, oh fuck me, huh? But he gets back up, starts laughing, and does it again.
Yeah.
So that was kind of you as a youth. Not saying that you were a baby, but I'm saying like it's growth and development and
Yeah.
learning. But then eventually you're hearing that child is gonna jump off too hard and he's like be hurt, and it's like I
Yeah.
call it quits.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I broke my collarbone from BMXing.
You shit for real.
And I still got back on it after a couple months after my shit healed. And I did, and I went down the same fucking path or the same hill where I broke my collarbone the first time. I went down the same thing and achieved it and landed it. And now, if like I said, when I flipped my Polaris,
Not anymore.
I won't do it again.
First
Like
time.
I'll be careful now when I'm driving. I'll be careful what I do. I'll think about it before I do
Yeah.
do it.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it like?
Is it development or is it fear?
Development, I think, and fear. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean.
I never thought about. I deadass never thought about that in my life. That's crazy.
I think that's where like anxiety comes a lot more because you overthink about shit before
Yeah.
you do it. And back then, because I remember back then I didn't give a fuck about shit. I didn't have anxiety. Anything.
You're like, what depression?
yeah.
I'm fucking sick.
No, that's true. When I was younger, like fresh out of high school, I had no anxiety or depression. Everything, life is good, you know.
Yeah.
Just do whatever. And then you get older, I'm like, damn, this could happen.
You
someday.
second guess what you do
Yeah.
or something. They're like, no, I don't want to do it. Like
If I do this, it's gonna cost me this,
Yeah.
this and that.
And I always thought it was because my parents told me like think about the consequences and all that, but it's like I never thought about it. Like I didn't give a fuck. And then the older I got, and then like funny things, I used to do a lot of crazy shit when I was younger. Like I used to drink and drive a lot before I was 18. Just like even drinking at 18, before 18 or 21, it's like bad. And once I turned 18, I'm like, nah, like anything I do now, it's a big consequence. It'll be on my record. I need to come down, you know. And it's like I don't know if it's because I know the consequences now, so I'm more fearful to get to that. So instead of like dealing with the consequences, I'll just play it safe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what it is.
Damn, that's
It
crazy.
is, man. Yeah, it is.
That's wild.
All right. What do we think ending it right here or no? Keep
And-
going.
Want to
and-
end it here? I mean, we could end it here.
I mean, you guys have any ending commentary, comments, topics you want to wrap it up with and shit? I'm all for one last one.
I think I'm good. It was a
I'm
good
good,
episode.
yeah.
Another banger.
That's it.
I think it was
You
a
like the
little
last
more,
one?
Huh?
You like the
I
last?
like the last one. Yeah, I mean, it was more on 10th. Was it on 10th?
Authentic.
Yeah, like
Authentic?
just us talking normal shit. And I feel like this was more like shit like that. Like just what
They're
we,
just talking about topics and
Mhm.
current events and stuff like that.
not even current events, just what we've been going through, or we've
Yeah.
been through, and just how we feel about the future and life and everything.
Yeah, I feel you. What is one current event you guys heard?
Recently?
Yeah.
Crenshaw Rock.
Krishan Rock, what?
Oh,
Got
the
blue
face
face
tattoo?
tatted on her
Oh, blue face
side,
tattoo?
man.
She
Dang.
kind she kind of cute though.
No, she's not.
No, she's
I mean,
not.
she's dumb, but she kind of cute.
She was cute when she was like.
Wasn't
it
dumb.
might sound bad, but when she was in high school.
no, not
Oh,
that.
she
When
was-
she was
But
college
we were. I
track,
was in
she was
high school too.
Before
and
she was
she,
a college track athlete.
oh, that
Yeah, that
college.
shit, bro. She was in her prime. Whatever happened, shorty. There's
So now, do you think? I don't know. This is kind of like just what is it called? Like we talk about gossip.
yeah.
But you feel like
Gossip
it's
tea with the
Blueface
boys.
that ruins the girls.
What'd you say?
What?
You think Blueface is the one that ruins the
Yeah.
Oh
girls?
hell yeah, he definitely
Yes.
manipulative as fuck. He
Yeah,
definitely
'cause-
knows what he's saying. He
Because
definitely
Loki, his
controls the
baby
situation.
mama was kind of cute back in the day
Uh-huh.
before she got with him, before she got all tatted up, and
Yeah.
then when she got with him, got all tatted up. Now she looks like shit. Same with Crenshaw Rock. When she was younger, she looked nice, and then when she got with Blueface, she looks like just another ghetto hoe.
You know what? Side commentary. There's manipulative motherfuckers that take control of the situation and just dictate the situation and fuck shit over. But I never realized there's also the motherfuckers, the manipulative people that ruin the people. Now, they ruin both people, but when they physically start ruining them and then start showing, that's a whole other thing. Because you ever heard of that thing where it's like you wear your expressions on your face and shit?
Yeah.
It's that. Like, wow, I never thought about that.
Now, do you think toxic it's from both people, or you think it's a learned behavior?
Like
Both of those
toxicity.
comments.
Yeah, because I was talking to one of my guys that works with him. He's like, yeah, I had this one girl that was very, very toxic and shit like that. And so when I come home, we'll just fight. And to not back down, I'll fight.
I
with
think
her.
it's learned from like growing up. You know?
Yeah, because he's like, anything, she'll go through my phone. I'll come home late from work, from the
Yeah.
gym. She'll, you with another hoe and this and this and that,
Yeah.
right?
She was probably cheating too.
So then,
Yeah.
no. So then he said when he got into this relationship, he started doing the same thing. Like, didn't trust her. Like,
Yeah.
thought she was up to something or trying to backstab him. And then she's like, but I've been with her for almost a year, and I've learned that she's like the most trustful woman. She loves my kid because they had a kid recently, and she cooks and cleans for me.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, but in the back of my head, I still feel like she cheats on me. She does all this
Damn.
shit. And I'm like, did you ever think of that before you got with her? Like before you got with your ex girlfriend? Like no, like I was loyal to my girlfriend. I love her, but then she always thought I was the one being like a crazy. Cause he's like I used to fuck with a lot of girls back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
but every time I get with the girl, I stop that stuff because I'm loyal to one person.
Mm-hmm.
he
but-
was dating, and once he got solid, he got solid.
Yeah, but I guess that girl knew all the girls that he used to fuck with. So then over time, she kept like bringing it up, like you're
Damn,
over here doing.
that's
So
kind
he's-
of that's
so-
valid, but that's fucked up.
Yeah, but so now I take that on my girls. Like, oh, I don't trust her. I feel like even though she's home 24/7 because she takes care of the baby, she lives with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I still feel like she's taking some other guys. So I gotta go through her. I just don't feel like she's there.
It was learned behavior.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you think you learn from it? You think that's what happened with like Blueface and the girls? Like, were they already toxic, or Blueface made them toxic to where like now they can't trust any other person that they get with or anybody around?
I think you learn it because the whole thing too. Like for example, like you have one person that's a good person and one person that's like toxic, or whatever.
Yeah.
And they fucked up a good person over, and now that good person, when they get with someone else, now they're all like, what's it called, on guard of like the new person because they're gonna be like, oh, this person's gonna treat me the same
Like
way.
I was hurt before, it won't happen again.
Yeah. So it's the whole thing like, oh, a girl cheats on a dude, and then a dude becomes a cheater because he's hurt, and then he's not gonna. I don't get trust these girls, you
You
know,
don't trust these hoes and shit.
or the
like
other
that.
way around too, you know.
Yeah.
All my dogs, but yeah,
I don't know.
That's
That's
the
great
thing.
because like my mindset's different. Like I always give everybody 100% trust until they fuck me over. So like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. See, and then you're one of
Oh,
the very
so-
few
so
people
you're
that
saying-
operate like that.
you're saying that you like if I meet you in first time meeting you, like you trust me completely, and if I fucked you over,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I mean, I'm gonna trust it, but I'll still keep an eye on you. Or like,
Yeah.
watch every move you make to see. Because I don't know if it like we talked about last week about Capricorn and all that, and I've been doing a lot of like just listening to it. But like, one thing about Capricorn is that they catch the false in a person. Like they could tell their intentions just by talking to him and all that.
What I tell you, Tino was like, oh, because I've always like caught on to people like if they're off or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like we bring
And I
new
seen that
friends.
and I think that's why me and you get along a lot well, because we kind of know each other's like we know each other's intentions.
Yeah, because when like for
that's
example
cap.
our homies,
That's cap.
like we'd bring people like new friends over, like oh.
And did
let's-
you catch it off before he does?
Oh my god!
I would have said like I asked off in the beginning, but I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
And
You should
what-
say something. You
And
should
then
say
what did
something.
me,
Uh-huh.
Kenji Benz, Artemis, and the other homie say? Why didn't you tell us sooner?
'Cause you
If
guys
he
wouldn't
had
believe me.
Dro has a track record of detecting this bullshit, and then he don't say it sooner. And then okay, first time's a charm, whatever bullshit. But I brought people through. Flop. Kenji's brought people through. Flop. Artemis brought people through. Flop. And then vice versa and shit. And it's like, and then at that point we were like, well, why didn't you tell us sooner? And he was like, I knew it was going to happen. I knew he was
Yeah,
gonna
but you have
kiss
to
the trains
understand.
and
You
shit.
understand that we could tell you something, but at the end of the day, you're
You
like,
don't believe it.
nah, bro. You just fucking giving false.
Like,
No, but
You-
yeah, true, very valid, very 100%
You
agree with that
just
comment.
tripping, bro. You just
Because-
tripping.
100% agree with that comment, but on Dro alone in this situation, because Kenji will vouch, we're like, well, why the fuck didn't you say
Yeah.
it sooner? Because we've had serious discussions where it's like, okay, second time around, okay, we learned our lesson, but third, fourth time around, you should have fucking
Yeah.
said it. But anyways, we learned our lesson. It's in the past, and we've learned our lesson.
Yeah, because it's true.
Yeah.
Like, cause like with my dad, like when we're trying to hire people or like trying to like it's going back to business, of course.
Yeah.
Like
Always.
business wise, how to
business as usual.
yeah.
There you go.
But like when I talk to someone, I know their vibes like without
Yeah.
even like I could talk to them for a minute and I already know their intentions, which is weird because I don't. It comes to me
Yeah,
and he doesn't catch it, and I'm like, nah, it's like this is not.
that's
do
crazy that
this
you can
business.
tell
Mm.
just talking to somebody
Yeah,
like.
he's all like,
nah,
I don't want to
something's
do
off.
this business. He's all like,
Mm.
why? He's like, I just don't have a good feeling. He's like, nah, let's just do it. Then so, and we get fucked over. Project goes wrong, whatever. Same
Yeah.
with hiring people. I'm like, I don't trust this guy. Like,
Yeah.
there's this one guy that we just hired,
Mhm.
and my dad's like, it's up to you. What do you think? I'm like, I want this guy. Like, this is something that I feel it good in my gut.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, whatever you say, mijo. And 80%, let's say 80% of the time, I'm right. I'll be wrong here and there, you know, because I mean, I might just catch it wrong or whatever. I don't know what it is. And every time he brings someone, I tell him like, I don't feel good vibes with them. I just don't feel good.
Yeah, it's crazy that the
He's
people.
like, just give everybody a try, mijo. And then what happens at the end of the day, we get fucked over, or they don't show up. Or,
Hey, isn't
or shit like
Capricorn bullshit? Because Dro's the same one. He was
that's
like,
what I'm saying, and I didn't know that until I started listening to a lot of Capricorn shit like that, like the zodiac sign and shit like that. And my girlfriend tells me that like, you catch people's vibes more quicker than anybody. I was like, I'll tell her, I'm like, I don't feel like even my cousin Yvette has the same thing. Like she's not a Capricorn, but she has that same instinct. Like she's like, I don't have a good vibe, or I don't
She's a
have
Taurus,
a good feeling.
yeah.
Yeah.
she a hater.
Yeah, that's a hater. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
she,
Anyways, onto important matters.
no, I was saying that it's crazy that how there's people that don't have that.
Yeah.
And they get fucked over because like, wait, hold up. For example, if me and Tino are like to me something, let's say he wants to like invest in Tino in his clothing business,
Yeah.
and he's talking to him all the sweet talk, like, yeah, man, I'll give you all this shit, like money, invest in you, yeah. And like he can't tell, like, oh, cool, like, yeah, I believe you, I trust you. And me, I'm like, I don't know, I don't trust this guy. You know, the way he's coming out, you can tell, and he
He's
completely
faking it just
saying,
to get the business or something.
yeah,
like
not
that.
saying that Tino isn't like that. He can't pick it up, but like,
Yeah.
there's people that like that. They're like, oh wow, this guy's gonna give me everything.
You catch the bullshit right away.
You don't think that's all just
Yeah.
a lie, just for you to?
Yeah, no, I 100%
Something?
agree. And then on say like I know you use this example, but say let's actually do it as an example for me. For me, at least it was like a learning perspective. Like I was more young and naive.
It's a lesson learned from it.
But Dro, I will say that though, Dro's always had that kind of intuition. At first, when I was younger, because I was younger and arrogant when I was younger, from back to like middle school to like 20 something. I was like, oh, man, he's just a fucking hater. He don't understand. But sure enough, he was right.
Yeah, because I've gotten vibes like that from people too, where like I don't feel really comfortable around them, but I was like I ignore my instincts, and later on in the future, what happens?
Yeah.
It's a negative outcome from
They
that
dug a
person.
grave for you.
Yeah, like and I'm like, oh, I should just listen. It's like what they say, listen to your gut,
Yeah.
and that's how I get that a lot. And I'm like, oh, I know you're good, and I don't know what it is. Like I just capture like
Yeah.
it's crazy, man.
Oh,
The
that's
instinct.
agree. That's crazy,
Sixth
bro. That's
sense.
crazy. I'm glad we talking
Mhm.
about it. That's wild.
This guy,
No, I'm saying
You
like,
right, bro?
Yeah, no,
mind blown.
Little bro.
No, bro. No, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, my mind is blown. Perspective, valid. That's crazy. I love the in-depthness that we got into. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, let's wrap it
that's
up,
all I
guys.
gotta say tonight.
Close it up, Dino.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Put Me on Something podcast.
What?
Comcast. What the fuck from the 80s? Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. This has been the Put Me on Something podcast. I'm your son.
I'm not taking it out.
Just leave it
what
up.
the fuck, Tro?
It's raw. Let it raw.
haters when they win next to you. Oh, yeah, boys. I'm just kidding, bro.
Anyways,
Tell them where you can find us,
Apple, Spotify,
YouTube.
iTunes, YouTube. What's the Apple
podcast.
podcast? Everything in between, baby. Amazon podcast. Everything in between, baby. Instagram. Make sure to follow us on Instagram.
I also get to like do the socials, you know.
just go outside. You'll find us outside too.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you always find us outside. You're going to find us outside this weekend and shit, first Friday and Saturday
yeah.
and shit. Love the people. Thank you guys for so much tuning in. We got so much coming in. Just bear with us, and we're here for you guys.
Little collaborations coming, hopefully.
Yep, and this
Got
is
a
your
few
host
people.
for the night, Eric Grizzly.
Great hosts, good hosts, great topics, great conversations with Eric Grizzly. And this is Droski's over here. Of course.
Signing off.
Signing off. And thank you for tuning in to the Puma Sunday podcast, baby. We're out.
Peace.
Adios.
Bye bye.